Hello, League. Welcome back to the Week 3 recap. As always, I am your commissioner, and I want to congratulate each and every one of you on getting a victory. Every single person in the league has won, and I'm really, really proud of what you've... Oh no. Somebody hasn't won. Let's start there. La Porta Potty, Chris Gazzaro falls to 0-3, and many people are wondering, job security. Are they going to replace the general manager? These are things you got to consider when you're 0-3, folks. This is the Kirk Cousins of teams right now. Good, not good enough. La Porta Potty, Chris 0-3. Skinny Kyle, Mike Russell, 2-1. Look, Russell hasn't had any production really from his first overall pick in Austin Eckler. It doesn't matter because guess what? He has Pat Mahomes. He has DK Metcalf. He has Mike Williams, RIP. He has Ken Skywalker, who is RB1. Sky Moore, who is dust. I don't know if you can start him more than once. And he's gotten, points out of Jake Elliott. He put up 119. Russell had a great week. He win with 119 just about every time. And then on the flip side of this, Christopher Michael Gazzaro had 104 points, 103.98 if we're being exact. 28 from his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. CeeDee Lamb kind of went out to pasture in Arizona. James Cook, 11.2, very solid. Laporta Potty himself, Sam Laporta, 14.4. You take that every time. And Tyler Bass, 16.2. Chris had a good week. He had 104 points. You would like to get a little bit more from Breece Hall, who's been pretty irrelevant with Aaron Rodgers being out. 103 points, usually you win, unless you're Christopher Michael. Many people are saying, oh, he's cursed. Oh, he's this. That's all true. He is cursed. But this right now, I'm starting to feel bad for Christopher. I really hope he pulls it out. I think he was thinking turning 30 would be turning a new page, and instead it's same shit, different day. Next, let's go on to our highest score of the week here. Tom Gorman, Juju's Revival, dropping to 129.26 on Dylan, AR-15, going with 92.86. Tom's 3-0, Dylan's 1-2. Look, Tom's got Tua, who's going to win MVP right now. He's not getting a lot of love from his other receivers other than Amari Cooper, who is a stud. 17 points from him. What else is new? Tony Pollard, 12 points. Rico Dowdle, who I didn't know was a person, put 10 points up. Mark Andrews, not really doing much for him yet. He will. And then, look, the Buffalo defense, Sam Howell, did not come to play for the Washington Commanders. 32 points for Buffalo D. That'll do, donkey. Dylan, look, put up 92 points. Had a pretty good week. Freiermuth scored a touchdown. Daniel Carlson's pretty irrelevant with Jimmy Garoppolo as quarterback. Kendre Miller is not startable. He's got no Nick Chubb, and he put up 92 points. You kind of respect it. Stafford only had 13, didn't do great, and he still put up 92. So he found things. Mike Evans did enough. Gabe Davis did enough. Even Dameon Pierce really did enough. Debo did enough. But just when Gorman's dropping 129 in your head, it's too much. Gorman goes to 3-0. Dylan falls to 1-2. Next, let's go to a blowout. Burr, Pat McCann badly needed a victory. He was 0-2. He advances to 1-2. Sun God, Andy Unchained, falls to 1-2. Andy only put up 71 points. Pat put up 120.24. Pat had Keenan Allen throw touchdowns, Kirk Cousins throw a touchdown, A.J. Brown have 131 receiving yards, Christian Kirk caught a touchdown. His running backs did diddly, but he didn't need them to do much because the rest of his team went off. Jason Myers, 20 points. That'll do. Keenan Allen also, by the way, had 215 receiving yards. So Pat gets 120 points. That'll work every time. Andy did not get 120 points. Dak Prescott, 15 points. Amon Ra, 10 points. Jason Sanders, 10 points. By 10 extra points made, which is maybe the craziest stat I've ever seen. Nobody else on Andy's team at double digits. Garrett Wilson is dust with Zach Wilson as his quarterback. Puka Nakau came back to earth a little bit, still at 72 yards. But it's just not enough right now for Andy. 71 points. He falls to 1-2 as Pat McCann advances to 1-2 with his victory. Next, we're going to go to the newly engaged John Tui, who advances to 3-0 against Blair Witch Project. Tui, 116 points. It was a really balanced attack here. He had nobody get over 22 points, but he had nobody get under 7 points. Gino got 16. Tyreek Hill is a monstrosity, got 21. Olave had 104 receiving yards. Travis Etienne 13.8. James Conner, 17.6. That'll do. He looks like a revitalized guy. Tui's got a lot of Tui has so much depth on his team. It is crazy. He doesn't have a weakness. You tip your cap to that kind of management. Former champion, knows what he's doing. 116 points. That'll do. Kyle, look, the season of the witch is upon us. I am sure. Kyle needed to, make it look like he could lose so he can unleash hell upon us. Now, look, if we're being honest here, Kyle should have won. He had two guys get over 29 points. Mostert with 38, Devontae with 29. The fact that he didn't win is pretty horrific. That is, basically 70 points between two players. The rest of his team got 34, with Trevor Lawrence getting 15 of them. So three guys got 85 of his 105, which tells you the rest of his team. Not a great showing from Jahan Dotson. Not a great showing from Derrick Henry. Not a great showing from Nico Collins. Kyle falls to 2-1, and John Tui Eitenbag advances to 3-0. Congratulations, John. Many victories this week for the Eitenbag. Next, we will go to my matchup between myself and Wally Balls. I advanced to 2-1 thanks to DeAndre Swift showing out on Monday Night Football and T. Higgins going away on Monday Night Football, as well as Devonta Smith. But T. Higgins, I think, deserves a little bit more of the blame because he was truly invisible last night. Look, Stokes had Justin Herbert put up 29, and it wasn't enough. Look, Justin Herbert finally decides to wake up against me. What else is new? It's a rivalry game. I get it. He wants to get back at me for telling him that he sucks, which he does. But he doesn't get enough points to lift Matthew to the victory. Matt had under 10 combined points from his wide receivers, which generally isn't going to be great. McCaffrey did his thing with 17.9. Madison even had a good week at 12.5. Stokes put up 91. It's not terrible. You take it every time. But it just wasn't enough this week. I was able to hold them off. Josh Allen did enough. Justin Jefferson, who is, outside of Tyreek Hill, wide receiver 1. DeAndre Swift did enough. I started Samaje Perine. I had Devon Achane on my bench. Never great. My tight ends are horrible. But Justin Fields helped me out with throwing picks and getting sacked and not scoring any points. So I win 96.8 to 91.1. I'm 2-1. Matt is 1-2. And last, but certainly not least, we go to the lowest scoring matchup of the week. Salvatore the Dinosaur, who desperately needed this victory, advances to 1-2, 77 points. Luke falls to 1-2 with 73.98 points. Look, if you want to go over Luke's team, you want to know the truth? This is the truth. Calvin Ridley, 4. Elijah Moore, 2.8. Josh Kelly, 1.7. Dallas Goedert, 4.1. That's all you need to know. Jalen Hurts at 21.8. Jamar Chase had 14.1, and Philadelphia had 12. That was his only double-digit player. So it was the only guys in his team that scored over 8. Never great when one of them is your defense. Deshaun Watson, on the other hand, for Sal, had 21. He seemed to come up to life a bit. DJ Moore, garbage time touchdown that helped Sal win. He did start Treylon Burks, who had 5 yards. Never good. Josh Jacobs, 80 total yards. Miles Sanders, another late touchdown that had to kill Luke. Travis Kelce, 69 yards, nice, and a touchdown. Dicker, the kicker, got 4. Look, it was just enough. Sal got just enough out of his team. He wins by basically 3 points. You take that. If you're Sal, he needed a win. He needed it badly. He's in 11th place. If he's in 11th place, Christopher Michael, 0-3, but number 1 in your hearts. As you know, I will be coming out with the power rankings later this week. And the preview, of course. But I don't have a good feeling for where Christopher Michael is going to be. 0-3. It's a scary place. Good luck to all this week in your waiver claims. I wish everybody good luck. And I wish those that are winless many wins, and those without losses many losses.